Hey guys, we're gonna do a quick, hopefully quick, try to keep it concise video on using BFR for training, right? So we'll go over what kind of straps I use, how to put them on, and a few general formats for how you'd implement them in training. So first I should say, I'm not gonna go into how BFR works or what it's good for, the downsides, upside to it. You can go to, if this is on YouTube, the link in the bio, or go to formfromfunction.com under the articles tab, and there's a BFR article right at the top that'll go over what it's good for, contraindictions, and downsides to it. So getting right into it, these are the BFR straps I use. These are on Amazon. I think they're Amazon's choice, but they've worked really good. I've tried a lot of different ones, and you want the sturdier ones. These are the ones I got. Anything like this will work. Buckle on this side. These are seeing some use, but the actual brand is BFR brands of these. I'll link that in the description too. For where I got them, and I think they're Amazon choice or something like that. I use these for upper body, and I do a few things to make them fit better. And for lower body, you could use these, but they're a little flimsy for legs. So for legs, I'll use these for arms, and for legs, I'll just use regular leg wraps. You can get away with just using those, but these are pretty cheap. I'll link these, a pair of these in the description, maybe not these exact ones, but something like that, cost-effective ones like this. You don't need to have a stain on them, but it adds character, and character is important. So I use these for legs. So let's get right into it. Putting them on. So you will thread them through that, and you want them all the way at the top of your arm, right below your shoulder, right? And you're gonna cinch them tight. They catch skin, so I pull them away from my skin and cinch them tight. Now, I go around twice, totally unnecessary when you first start using them, but you'll get comfortable with a little more pressure, and you may like that. So I'm just throwing this in there. I'll go through twice on these. So after I get it tight on the first layer, and I'll go over how tight you want it in a little bit, but after you get it pretty tight on that, I'll put it through. Then if you pinch your arm closed, it kind of holds it from coming undone. If you were gonna stop there, you would just clamp it and you're done. I like to run it through again. It also gets rid of the tail, but it gives you a little firmer pressure, and then close it. Okay, so that's how this goes on, just like that, right? Pressure, 8 out of 10. The nice thing with these bands, as opposed to a tourniquet, the width of them lets you get away with a bigger margin of how much pressure you want. So going 8 out of 10 should be good. You're not gonna get them too tight just because they're too wide for that. And if you're a little on the loose side, it should still work. Without getting in depth, you're trying to cut off venous return blood flow, but still allowing arterial supply, but there's not that perfect tension you need. 8 out of 10 should be good. You can err on the lighter side at first and then ratchet it up a little later on. Sometimes it makes you feel a little claustrophobic. The other thing, if you're doing multiple exercises with BFR, you can take them off in between, give yourself a little break and put them back on. Once you're used to it, you'll probably leave them on through the whole upper body BFR workout, whatever you're doing. Okay, for legs, I mentioned I use regular leg wraps. So let me get a lower point of view. This is my garage. It's actually pretty clean. Let's put that in there. Okay. Same thing, 8 out of 10, right? So you want it right up as high as it'll go. So put a leg up, I'll go around. Let's see if you can see that better like this. I'll go around, right? Go over, holding it in the beginning. And this is about as low as it goes, you know, or as high as the bands can go. There's nothing in the way there. I mean, some people may have to go a little lower. So wrap it around. And again, 8 out of 10. and you'll get a feel for it as you go. You don't have to be super exact because, again, it's so wide that it gives you a big margin of how much tension to have on the straps. So for wrapping the bottoms, a lot of them come with Velcro. The ones I'll link in the YouTube description will have Velcro on the end, so they're easy. You just go around and then Velcro the last bit. If you don't have that type, you just run it through like that, right? And then you're gonna do both sides. And again, that's pretty much as high as it'll go. Upside, your booty looks great with them, you know? Nice little shelf there. All right, so let me throw the other one on so you get a full idea of it. Go around, cinch it up pretty tight. And I like to do if you're using these, I do the first 2 reps, not super tight, just to get it on, and then you can crank a few reps tighter to get the tension you want. That way you're not fighting to get it to stick. And then loop it through. You want the tension about the same on both sides. Now, 2 general formats for how you're gonna use BFR. And there's variations of this, but I'll use either time sets. These are great for like walking lunges or something like that. 1 minute of work, 30 seconds rest, and then 3 or 4 more rounds of 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. And you'll see why when you do it. After that first minute, your strength flags a lot, but you can generally keep up 30 seconds. That usually correlates pretty well to if you're going by a rep scheme. So you'll do 30 reps for your first set, 30 seconds rest on all these, and then go to 15 reps for all your other ones. Some other variations might be 25, 20, 15 reps, all with 30-second rests in between. So generally you get the feel. It's gonna be high rep stuff, really short rests, and an insane pump. So the big thing will be fighting through that pain of the really, really intense pump and getting all the way as far as you can go. Now, simple applications. The 2 easiest things to do are squats and lunges for lower body. Generally, you won't be using weight, at least at first. And you don't need much even when you grab. It might help to hold a goblet squat weight, something like this for squats, just to balance you. But the other option is just to use your hands to counterbalance you, and I'll show you that right now. When you're, especially without weight, I like to put something under my heels just to give you a little more ankle flexibility so you can keep good squat form. I'll put plates under my heels, right? So, I'll give you that's a little better. All right, so for squatting, I'll put my hands out in front of you. It lets you stay a little more upright between that and the weight under your heels in a little more natural form, just like a regular goblet squat, knees out, chest up, chin down. So if you want to give this a try, this specific one, 30 reps, 30 seconds rest, then 3 or 4 more sets of 15 reps, 30 seconds rest between everything. Other option is look at the clock, 1 minute, 30 seconds rest, then 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, 30 seconds work. Same format, 4 or 5 total sets, including the first double length set. So squats, hands out, heels elevated, just pumping up and down, all right? Lunges, same deal. You can do static in place, and these are brutal. For those, you're gonna be limited a little bit. If you can, awesome goal, and it's very difficult, would be 30 reps, 30 seconds rest, 25 reps, 30 seconds rest, 20 reps, 30 seconds rest, 15 reps. For lunges, absolutely brutal. Going back and forth between sides. For upper body, everything from push-ups, doing them off your knees is great. Just keep a flat back. Curls, tricep extensions, all those good things. I won't go into how it works, but those are the general formats. Again, 2 most common, or let's say 3 most common, all 30-second rests, but 1 minute work, then multiple sets of 30 seconds work, or 30 reps, rest, another 3-4 sets of 15 rep sets, or a descending rep scheme like 25, 20, 15, or 30 reps, 25 reps, 20 reps, 15 reps, all 30-second rests. At the most, 45 seconds. But you really want to be specific with your rest period. All right? Hope that clears that up for you guys. Message me with any questions and have fun with it.